How much money does YouTube pay for AI music in 2026? I hate YouTubers that ramble on. So I'm going to give you a short answer, a medium answer, and then a longer answer. Short answer, hate to say it, it depends. I know, nothing more annoying than an ambiguous answer. Medium answer, not a lot. Now I know, two ambiguous answers to kick off this video, not the best, but long answer to give you an average if I had to guess, and this gets more technical than you think. I'd say anywhere between $1 to maybe $2.50 for every 1,000 views. Now, when it comes to YouTube, there's a lot of different ways to make money. The main two ways to determine how much money you can make on YouTube, and again, this can get very technical, which is why I really want to go in depth on this video, as I have gotten a lot of questions about this, is how many views are you getting? We all know this. You get more views, you make more money. The second, though, which isn't talked about enough, is something called RPM, or revenue per 1,000 impressions. All this means is how much money does YouTube pay you for every 1,000 views. One view, or 1,000 views on YouTube, not created equal. And this is a big topic among a lot of YouTubers. In case you didn't know, I'm both a musician, but I'm also a YouTuber. And I know a lot about both kind of industries. And when it comes to RPM, it is a big thing on YouTube because, as you can imagine, if let's say I'm getting $1 for every 1,000 views, or $10 for every 1,000 views, I need 10x of views on a low RPM to make the same amount of money. So for example, if I have a video about AI music, and it's an AI music video, and I have a $1 RPM, I need 1,000 views to make $1. But then, if I have a video that has like a $10 RPM about a given topic, and I get 1,000 views on that, I need 10,000 views on this video about AI music just to make what this one's making for 1,000 views, if that makes sense. And here's the kind of interesting thing about YouTube and how it all relates to AI music is one, when you post music on YouTube, and I want to make this very clear, I'm talking about a song. So let's say it's the album artwork with the song playing in the background. Let's say it's the song with a visualizer, very common on YouTube. That's what I typically do when I post my own music under Ficero, my human-made project. I also have the Infinite Lamb Chop, which is my AI artist, which I don't post on YouTube. We'll talk about that, talk about why in a little bit. But that is a big thing to keep in mind, that when you're posting the song, whether it's the album artwork, the visualizer, whatever it is, the amount that YouTube pays for music being on YouTube is unbelievably low. Like for my human music, Ficero, I know it sounds weird to say, but for my human music, there are some of my RPMs, and it does kind of fluctuate based off the song title and the genre, and maybe if it's a DJ mix or not. Like, there's a lot of different factors. Some of them pay me 50 cents for every 1,000 views. Some of my music gets as high as $2. Is probably one of the highest I've ever seen, but it's usually pretty low. Now, in case you're curious, the average YouTuber makes between $3 and $5 for every 1,000 views. That is the average among all of YouTube on all the different topics. Some of them are a bit higher. Like for me, I do a lot of videos about supplements on one of my other channels. Those videos sometimes can be as high as $40 for every 1,000 views. Gaming videos, you're looking at about $3 to $4 for every 1,000 views. If I do a video about the gig economy, Lyft and Uber, finance, accounting, for example, like kind of the financial industry related to making money and blah, 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 sometimes as high as $10 plus for an RPM. So that's the main thing. When it comes to music, you need a lot of views to even get some money. I mean, think about it. Like for a lot of people getting into YouTube, like say you're making AI music to make money, getting 1,000 views on YouTube for a horizontal video, I'm not talking about like a YouTube short, could take a lot of time, and you might on average probably make about $1. Is it worth all that time and effort? To some people, they might say yes. They're like, why not? To other people, they might say no. Another thing is, remember, you need to get monetized on YouTube, meaning you need at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 public watch hours in the last 12 months in order to start making money on YouTube, which means you get put in the YouTube Partner Program and you get ads put on your video. Until you reach that threshold, you make nothing. Absolutely nothing. You make nothing on YouTube. Now, granted, you could argue there's other ways to make money on YouTube. You could do affiliate marketing, which is a big one. Like if you look at the description of this video or any of my videos and you click any of those links, I get a kickback at no extra cost to you. It's kind of like because I referred you to them, you typically get a discount. I get some kind of commission. It's like a win-win. It's a win-win for everybody, right? That's one way to make money on YouTube. There's another way doing partnerships or brand deals. But the truth is, and I do want to say this, and I've mentioned this in a lot of different videos, but I've had so many people hit me up saying, hey, Mark, I really want to go on Suno. I told people that I purchased the Suno membership for a year because Black Friday in 2025 had crazy deals. I spent like $50 for a year membership with Suno. That's like, I'm not going to lie, like a meal probably here in LA, or maybe like a meal plus like a couple drinks or whatever, right? So for $50, I can make, I think, was it 300 songs a month, which is well beyond what I need. I can spend money on DistroKid, and a lot of people are looking at this as a get-rich-quick scheme. I know I've mentioned this, but in 2026, I think I've noticed AI music has never been more popular. It's crazy how popular it is. Almost, I think, in a more negative way, and I've talked about that there's pros and cons. I think AI music's not horrible. I think there's actually a lot of advantage to it. But it is something to keep in mind that there's bittersweetness to this. And I see a lot of people being like, okay, I'm going to, like as you said, sign up with Suno, sign up with DistroKid. DistroKid's like $25 a year for 2026, right? I've already done a video about DistroKid and the plans and whatnot in 2026. And then what I'm going to do is just release 5 songs a day, whatever, and make a ton of money. On YouTube, I think because a lot of people look at it as a good platform, not really. Here's the irony about AI music. I'll give you a little insider secret because I do a lot of videos about AI music because a lot of people have questions about it. I'm also very interested in it. It's kind of interesting. I think very similar to like ChatGPT, that AI is the thing now. I do think there is a bit of a bubble to it, and it seems like that bubble's popping, but it's here to stay. Love it or hate it. The irony is videos about AI music, however, pay way more. For example, if I do a video, this one, I don't know what the RPM of this video is going to be. I'll be honest. You don't know until you upload. I would guess between $6 and $8. So for every 1,000 views on this video, I might get between $6 and $8. Maybe. It is tough to say. There's a lot of fluctuations. But as you can imagine, that means I'm going to get, probably on average, about 6 to 8 times the amount of money if I just posted a song that was generated by Suno. So if I were you and you're genuinely interested in AI music and everything, I would make a channel, and there's a lot of them right now. I will say this is a very competitive topic, so it is kind of tough to kind of fight through the weeds. But hey, if you put a lot of work into it, you make good quality videos, you can potentially make it happen. But if I were you, I would maybe create a channel. Maybe if you do upload AI music, you create an official artist channel. That way you can more effectively separate your releases from your actual videos, if I'd say it like that. And maybe make tutorials, how to make rock music in Suno, how to make hip hop in Suno, cool features in Suno you didn't know, how much money do you make from, like, do all these more tutorials, as those are going to make you way more money. And I do want to say this just because I think a lot of musicians, and I hate to say it, I feel conflicted because on one end I kind of get it, on the other end it is conflicting for me as being an actual musician, that it has been kind of annoying that this AI music world has kind of taken over everything, and a lot of musicians are frustrated. And I kind of feel that too, that, there are people who are going viral on Spotify who just used an AI music generator and got lucky. There's one, not Breaking Rust, who I've talked about as a country artist who topped the Billboard charts, but there's another country artist. I don't remember their name. It popped up on Instagram. Like, their social media marketing, whoever this was, I can't remember their name, was amazing. All their songs are like really weird, which is why I think it goes viral. Like, some of their songs are about like very odd sexual things or whatever. And I remember looking at some of their streams on Spotify. I'm like, they're getting like well over 1 million streams, and their lyrics are hilarious. Don't get me wrong. I can see why, I hate to say it, their songs go viral, but it's all AI generated. They're also very honest about it. They're not trying to hide it. They're like, hey, everything's AI generated. And I think maybe to some people, there is some also appeal to it. Like, we've probably seen these videos. I've actually posted them on this channel of like AI cover songs. Like, I heard one of like with Lose Yourself by Eminem as like a 1920s like Motown banger, and it was really, really good. I've posted videos like of like the Cartman AI cover songs of like Evanescence or another artist or Lady Gaga or whatever. It is kind of funny, like, seeing these videos, and I think that's what makes things go viral, right? And I know I say all this, I know I'm giving you a bunch of points here, but here's the truth at the end of the day. How much money you make on YouTube from just releasing AI songs that you put on Suno, then put on DistroKid to release out there, when it comes to YouTube specifically, you don't make that much because of very low RPMs. This is true for not only AI music, but human-made music. So this is true across the board. I will say, though, if you're a human artist, make sure you're on YouTube. It's very, very important. it's free, right? You can also get the official artist channel. I think every YouTuber, every musician should also do YouTube. You don't have to be a YouTuber, but you should be on YouTube, maybe doing tutorials or vlogs of you touring, or maybe you doing videos about you making stuff. Also be on TikTok, right? Do other things. And speaking of being on YouTube, I do want to mention this as a last point, because you may be wondering, as I touch upon it for a second, why don't I have a channel for the Infinite Lamb Chop? Like, I have a channel for my music, of course, but why don't I have a channel for the Infinite Lamb Chop? Here's the main reason why. It actually comes down to one thing, and this is a very specific thing, which is why I want to kind of save it for the end of this video, like save the best for last, is this. When you release music on DistroKid, and this can get mind-blowingly technical, right? So I do want to say that. One of the stores is YouTube Music. Think of YouTube Music and YouTube being separate, kind of. YouTube Music is the same as Spotify and Apple Music. It's a platform you can go on. You can, if you want to Google it, go on like YouTube Music. And it's a streaming service, doesn't have any videos, and you just play music, right? So like start there. YouTube Music, a streaming service. But YouTube Music and YouTube are somewhat interlinked. And when you release a song and it gets put on YouTube Music, it gets what's called an auto-generated video. YouTube automatically generates a video and puts it on YouTube. Because YouTube says, hey, it's helping you out. Someone can listen to your song on YouTube Music, but then someone can also go to YouTube itself, find your song and listen to it. Now, of course, it is just the album artwork with, a static image. Like, it's not like anything's moving, but it's a very, very, well-indexed thing that some people can find. And YouTube, which is very smart on their end, does treat the auto-generated videos very differently than when you, like, say, watch a normal video, like when you watch this one. The layout on your phone is different, or on your TV, or on your computer. Like, YouTube treats these very, very differently. And I say this because if I were to create a YouTube channel for the Infinite Lamb Chop, my AI artist, anytime someone listens to one of my uploaded songs, if I upload a song manually, which by the way you can do and you should, you can have auto-generated videos of your music and also your uploaded videos of your music that you upload manually. If someone listens to it, I make nothing until I get monetized on YouTube. And unless I really want to hustle, I don't really care, because here's the interesting thing about making money on YouTube regarding music. If I release it on DistroKid and you go to YouTube, like say you go on YouTube and you search the Infinite Lamb Chop, the topic channel will pop up. It says the Infinite Lamb Chop topic. You can click it, listen to those songs. I make money when you listen to those songs. But if you listen to those songs on my channel, like say if I make one for the Infinite Lamb Chop, I don't make money because it's not monetized yet on YouTube. So when you release a song via YouTube Music, which then gets indirectly or directly put on YouTube, you start making money instantly. This is one benefit I will say of DistroKid, that you don't have to wait to get like 1,000 followers on Spotify or any of these other platforms. You instantly start making money. So to me, I'm like, you know what? If I would put all this work into making a YouTube channel, and so many people have commented on this channel that they want to do this as well, like I mentioned, they want to make their own YouTube channel to, promote their AI music. I'm like, it might take, unless you have already a big following, unless you could somehow hit those metrics super quick, you're going to be making nothing. And if anything, if someone searches the Infinite Lamb Chop and like say my YouTube channel pops up that I create, I'm taking those views away from the topic channel, if that makes sense. Like if someone goes to search the Infinite Lamb Chop, more likely than not, my channel will pop up. And then as a result, I'm literally making zero money when they listen to my songs that I upload. And therefore, I might as well just leave them. If you're like, say, gung-ho about AI everything, maybe make your own channel, Joe Schmo's AI channel. You have your music that you create through Suno. You have the tutorials, maybe some other funny meme stuff. Maybe you do other experimentations. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I do have to mention this, that if you're going into YouTube to just release AI music, as in your primary goal is to create a YouTube channel for your AI artist, for the songs you make in Suno, for example, to then release them and make money from the ads being on those videos, you're gonna need a lot of views. You're gonna need at least 1,000 views, probably just to make a buck, which means if you're trying to live off this income, you're gonna need so many views. It's gonna be, I hate to say it, unless you get very lucky, a huge waste of time.